Hi there, these comments are for RN, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. So you sent me an email, I think a couple of days ago, and I'm just getting to it today. I apologize. You say, "Dear sir, I just finished my TOEFL exam and got 72, which is..." You say disappointed, I'm going to say which is disappointing. I would use active meaning there, not passive. You also, universities which I'm targeting need minimum scores. You want to put of 80, not just minimum scores 80. Should I retake the exam? The answer is yes. I would, probably in a couple of months. You say, when can I? You say, give the exam. I would change that to, when can I take the exam in order to complete my application? I would say here, application for fall, not in fall. So my application for fall 2016. How much time is required to get 80? Looking forward to your guidance. So yes, I think that you can do this to help answer your question. You're probably looking... Hopefully. Now, I can't guarantee anything. Every student is different, but my experience tells me you're looking at 1 to 2 months, 30 to 60 days here. A lot of students, if they're studying regularly on a day-to-day basis, if they're using English and they're practicing, you should be able to improve your score 5 to 10 points for each month that you study. So how much time? I would say 1 to 2 months, and you want to follow a specific study schedule. That's what I'm going to talk to you right now. So my recommendation here is, before you even join my online TOEFL course, here are some things that you want to do to improve your overall academic English. So think about it. You said give the exam, I say take the exam. You say your score is disappointed, or which is disappointed, I say disappointing. You say in fall, I say for fall. You say to get minimum scores 80, I say of 80. So clearly from the essay that you, or the email you sent me, you're having some grammar and some vocabulary issues. So the question is, how much time does it take to solve all those issues? So, like I said, probably 1 to 2 months. First of all, keep reading every day for about 45 minutes. I highly recommend this. Every day, sit down and read, and read some more. About 45 minutes to be specific. Number 2, you should also be practicing your listening every day. About maybe 30 to 45 minutes of listening practice. And in both cases, as you do the reading and the listening practice, get in the habit of note-taking. With a pen and some paper, I want you to write down the main and the most important supporting points of the reading and the listening passages. Remember that you're choosing these passages that you want to practice, so you can read from newspapers, magazines, and books. Pick topics in which you have a genuine interest. Now, in addition to using your notes, you need to start writing about the reading and the listening passages, and you should also practice speaking about these reading and listening passages. So with writing, I recommend maybe each week do 3 250-word summaries of the reading and the listening passages. If you can have somebody read your summary when you're done, that would even be better. Then they can look through your summary and give you some feedback, any possible problems you might be having with grammar, vocabulary, and so on. In addition to doing writing practice, I also recommend that you practice speaking about these reading and listening passages, again using your notes. Give maybe 3 or 4 60-second oral summaries each week of these reading and listening passages. You should also record your voice talking about these reading and listening passages, and then you can listen to your recording. Again, if possible, have a second person listen to the recordings you're making, and then this person can give you some comments as it relates to pronunciation, language use, and maybe how you're organizing and developing your points. If you can do those things first, that's a really good beginning to your improving your 72 TOEFL score. I'm telling you, what I'm telling you right here, it works. If you follow my plan, you will get better. You have no choice but to get better. Okay, so now I'm going to also recommend with my online TOEFL course, you have really two choices here. You can just go to my website and practice anything you want, anytime you want, anywhere you want, or you can click on the lessons in the 60-day TOEFL study guide that I will include in this email. So you can use my course one of both ways. The reason that you might use my study guide is because my study guide will give you 2 months of practice from my website without having to go through every lesson. Now, if you don't use my study guide, then you have to look at the 7 sections of my course and then choose what you want to study, and there's more than 700 lessons to choose from. So you can do it either way. If you want to use my study guide, I will post it in this email for you. So you're probably looking, I would recommend probably 60 days, and my recommendation is this. Follow my study plan for at least 6 weeks to give it a chance to have some effect on your English. Now, after 6 weeks, before you take the TOEFL exam, what you can do is you can take a full-length IBT practice test. Now, I don't offer them directly at my website, but I have a company that I contract with. They're called ScoreNexus, scorenexus.com. You can actually take a practice test through them. It takes 5 hours. All 6 of your speaking tasks will be scored. Both of your writing tasks will be scored. You'll get subtotal scores in the reading, listening, speaking, and writing. You get an overall score. So now you got information. Now, how close is that practice score to 80? If it's very close or past 80, that's telling you you're ready to take the official TOEFL exam again. But it's hard if you spend $200 and you're not ready to take the test. So take the practice test first to see if you're ready. If you're ready, then you take the official TOEFL exam. If you're not ready, then you continue to use my course for another month or 2 until you have achieved that 80 on a practice test that you're looking for. Does that make sense? All right, anyway, thank you for your comments and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.